How's it going, DeAndre? David Cloninger from the Post and Courier in Charleston, South Carolina. Will Levis seems like a pretty interesting guy, eating bananas with the skin on and all. Just what is he like in the locker room? Does he like to cut up and play practical jokes? Just what's he like off the field?
He's a great dude off the field. He's a great leader. He's always trying to lead the team. He has some jokes here and there, but he's a quarterback. I mean, he's everything you want in a quarterback, just straight up leader. He's a great guy.
To your left on the end.
Hey, DeAndre. Justin McNally with WTVY down in Dothan. John Summerall was a key piece to y'all's defense last year on staff. Leaving now to take the head coaching job at Troy. What did he mean to that Kentucky defense, and what kind of coach is Troy going to get with him this year?
He was kind of like the heart and soul of the defense. He was the energy guy. He would like to say, if you need energy, come get it from me. And I think Troy is getting a great leader. He's helped a lot of us young men turn into grown men. So I feel like Troy is getting a great guy in John Summerall.
We'll stay on the right here on the aisle.
Tyler Shaw with KBTX and College Station. You guys won 10 games last year, and you've done it twice in the last 4 years. Are you guys a football school now?
Yes, we are a football school, and I'm proud to say that. We've been just working constantly to build our reputation, and it's not – to us, it's not a surprise no more to do good. Like, that's the standard. The standard is to win every game that we play.
We'll go to your left-hand side.
Dan Peck, ESPN 106.7 in Auburn. I also call women's basketball for Troy, so yeah, shout out to John Summerall. I'm right there with you. I think he's great. How seriously did you consider leaving for the NFL draft, and what played into your decision to come back for another year at Kentucky?
It was a thought. It was also hard to really think about leaving when I due to the after the bowl game, I was kind of banged up, so I had to recover from that. But the main thing I really wanted to come back to Kentucky to win, and I feel like we have a really good team, and I feel like we can make some noise in the SEC. So that was really the big reason why I came back.
You guys really have things going in the right direction. What in your career have been some key victories that you think stand out?
I would say my freshman year against Florida, breaking that streak, that was a very key victory. Last year, when we played Florida and LSU, those are very key victories that stand out. I feel like that was like the changing of the guard also.
Stay on the left-hand side.
The Kentucky-Louisville rivalry maybe doesn't get as much play as some of the other rivalries in the SEC, but when you two get together, that's a dangerous game. How important is it to beat Louisville every year?
It's very important. That's who runs the state. I love playing in that game. It's one of my favorite games every year. But that is a very important game to the university and to everybody that's from Kentucky. I feel like that's their Super Bowl. So I love that game.
We'll go to the right-hand side here on the aisle, third row.
What steps have you guys as a team made this offseason that you feel like you have improved into to be even better next year?
I feel like the big thing is that we have everybody going towards the same goal. We want to be making it to Atlanta, and I feel like that's very important. You want everybody to be have the same goal and on the same mission, and I feel like that's where we changed a lot. I feel like guys are not as selfish, and they are really honed in on the team aspect. Like we would do whatever to get to Atlanta. So I think that's where the big thing where we improved at.
We'll go right here on the front row.
AP Stidham, WHEP, Foley, Alabama. What's the trademark of a Mark Stoops defense?
Very physical. Coach Stoops, if we're not being physical, then it's a problem. That's what we really pride ourselves as, physicality. Like, we go into every game, we want everybody to know that we're going to be physical. Like, it's going to be a hard-fought game. It's not going to be easy.
Go back on the left, back row.
What were the biggest adjustments you had to make coming from Detroit to Lexington, Kentucky? I imagine there are some pretty significant differences between those two places.
Yeah, but Detroit is like a bigger city. Like, it's more like a city, and Lexington is kind of more quiet. And that's kind of how I was as a person. Like, I was a quiet kid, so I really didn't have to adjust. It was just meeting new people and like getting out of my shell. But as far as like city to city, it really wasn't. I was cool. I was just ready to get out of high school.
On the right here, second row.
DeAndre, when Will came in last year after transferring, just was it immediate that he kind of took over not only quarterback role, but like that leadership role in the locker room? Just what do you remember about him the first time you met him and how his presence among the rest of the team?
I remember just like it was yesterday. He would come in. You know, it was like right after like the spring, like we working out and stuff, and he would be in there. I'll be working out. I like to get a lot of extra work in, and he'd be working right next to me. I'm like, okay. And then you know, he just was always a strong leader from the start. And I told myself, I was like, this is gonna be the guy to get us over the hump. Like he's a true quarterback, and he's been amazing ever since.
Put mayonnaise in your coffee like he does?
No, I don't.
It's a tough thing to change the perception of a program. Has it been a long process for you guys, and do you think you're there?
I feel like it's been a long process, and it's going to still be a process, because once you change a program, change the perception of the program, you're going to have to keep that reputation. So I feel like it's a never-ending process, and I feel like we are going to have to keep working even after I'm going, as players step up and keep that reputation and perception.
We have a good talker here. We have a few more minutes. Let's keep it going with the questions.
What's it like, you know, just playing for Mark Stoops? You know, I mean, what the kind of, I guess, energies he brings to the team?
It's fun. He's like a player-led coach, so he lets the leaders really handle what the leaders are supposed to handle, and he steps in when he's supposed to. But it is very fun playing for Coach Stoops. I can't see myself playing for no other coach. He's just a very energetic guy. Like, he cares about us. Like, he cares about the game. He loves the game, and he's a defensive guy too, so that makes it extra special.
We'll go on the front row here.
DeAndre, what's the challenge as an inside linebacker playing in the SEC versus maybe some of the out-of-conference opponents?
Just being in the SEC is a very physical conference. So as an SEC linebacker, you have to be able to take on big offensive linemen and run with very fast dudes. So you got to be the best of the best. You have to be athletic. You have to be smart. You have to be physical. So I feel like that's the difference. It's a very demanding league.
We'll go to the back row here on the right.
DeAndre, when you were younger, who did you look up to, either a collegiate or professional player, that you modeled your game after?
He's not a linebacker, but Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor is my favorite player of all time. I used to wear, tape my fingers and wear the little wristbands or tape my wrist. And I used to tape my face mask. I still look up to him. That's still my favorite player. I try to be like him. I try to run around and just hit people.
Last question, back row.
DeAndre, you're up there representing the Kentucky defense. Any of your teammates that you think deserve recognition for the offseason? They had anybody who's really impressed you with the work they've put in or the way they've gotten better in the last few months?
All of them, to be honest. A lot of guys been working very hard, been impressing me. It seems like everybody just want to get better. Everybody want to change. So I shout out to the whole Kentucky football program.
DeAndre, thank you very much. Good
Thank
job.
you.